society. Thank you as a citizen of Tennessee for bringing this idea forward. Because this idea isn't red or blue or independent. It is about human life. And Ms. Balser, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for bringing this to my attention through Commissioner Turner. And the very state of Tennessee has decided to recognize you with a proclamation. So if you could come forward, I'd like to read it to you. If you don't mind. So Ms. Balser, today I'm going to read you something that I'm very proud to read you, okay? And first of all, thank you again, once again, okay? State of Tennessee proclamation. Whereas we take great pride in paying special tribute to those laudable individuals whose ingenuity and dedication serve to protect the lives of children in this state. And whereas one such individual is Mary Ann Balser of Columbia, whose advocacy for preventing the heat-related deaths of children in cars helps ensure the safety of our most precious citizens on a daily basis. And whereas born in Nashville and raised in Columbia, Ms. Balser attended Riverside Elementary School, Withorn Junior High School, and Columbia Central High School, from which she graduated in 1970-something. You're welcome. And whereas a mother of 2 children, grandmother of 7 children, and great-grandmother of 2 great-grandchildren, Mary Ann Balser has always loved children, heartbroken by the tragic news of children being left inside lot cars and dying from heat stroke. Ms. Balser vowed to take action. And whereas inspired by reports of programs in another state that involved hanging a simple placard from the rearview mirror of a car, Mary Ann Balser recognized the important role an eye-catching placard could play in saving lives. And whereas the placard program works by providing a visual reminder to check the rear seat for small children before leaving them alone in parked cars. And whereas seeking a way to implement a similar child safety placard program in Tennessee, extending our sincere best wishes for continued success in all her future endeavors. If you'll please rise and give her a round of applause.
Thank you so much. I am deeply honored by this. I had no idea it was going to go like this. I just had an idea, and I had heard about child after child across the nation. Every time I hear one, whether I know them or not, my heart bleeds for them. We've got to stop this. There are a few parents who either had children too soon or just couldn't handle them when they got a little older, and they deliberately leave them in the back seat of that car to smother to death. But then you've got the ones that were accidentally left. How often do grandparents have their grandchildren in car seats in the back of the car and forget them? Or even parents, aunts, uncles. This needs to go nationwide. We need to keep these placards not off and on like the handicap placards are, but this placard needs to be left behind that rearview mirror at all times. Because if the parent's going to forget the child, I can promise you she's going to forget, or he is going to forget that placard and putting it on the mirror. So please, please help me carry this, and let's save our children.
In closing, Secretary Harder will lay out what we've already done statewide on how the program is going to work.
Now you tell me. No. Well, thank you for an opportunity to be a part of this special presentation and the program itself. So we have printed 500,000 of these, and we are working with health departments around the state as well as hospitals. Just made a presentation in Murray Regional a while ago where in the packet of every parent of a newborn, these tags will go home with them to be able to be placed in their cars. Also, like I said, they'll be at the health departments as well. But I think there's also be some other places in different communities where people have access to them. I think the county clerk is actually putting them out here when you go get car tags. We need these to be used. They don't do us any good sitting in a closet in downtown Nashville. The real beauty of this program, in my opinion, are the stories that we're never going to see in the paper. We're used to seeing the horrible story on the news a couple of times a year in Tennessee about a child who died unnecessarily. And your efforts and your persistence are going to make a difference in the lives of future Tennesseans by, frankly, granting them life and saving their lives. So thank you for what you're doing, and I'm privileged to just play one small piece of what you started here, so thank you.
One thing I did leave out, you know, if you've taken an idea to some commissioner He'd thrown it in his garbage can, or he would have laid it under a bunch of papers on his desk and totally forget about it. Debbie didn't. She took it further, and I want to give her some praise on this too, because had she not taken my idea to Representative Sipicki, we would not be here today. So Debbie, thank you so very much.
Thank you.